I hope everyone has had a good start to 2024. Some personal news. As the title says, I left my job at the end of last year. I resigned from my full-time position at HP Tuners. I was working as the director of marketing for the last about 4 years for a variety of reasons, mainly to pursue YouTube. I've always wanted to do this, and finally I'd made the decision to give this a shot. For those who don't know, for the longest time, I've always had a full-time job in addition to doing YouTube, whether it was finishing up college or working at Ford Motor Company or whatever it was. And yeah, it's a pretty big decision. I am excited, but before I got into everything, I desperately needed a vacation to rest and recharge. Last year was pretty difficult, not in a bad way, just I was doing a lot, definitely facing burnout. I'll get into a bit more of that later on. So to start off this year, I ended up coming back to China to visit family, take a bit of a vacation. It's been 4 years since 4 years since I've been back here, and perfect timing. It was my grandma's 91st birthday, coming back to see some of my extended family. My dad was able to also come, and I booked myself a pretty nice hotel, splurged a little bit to rest and relax. But because of the beauty of exchange rates, this St. Regis Hotel in Qingdao, China, when you convert it back to US dollars, was an absolute steal for like a 5-star, very new, amazing hotel. I could even give you guys a really quick tour of my room. I'm about to check out. We're flying back home to Chicago tomorrow morning via London. So quick tour of the hotel, and then we're heading off. So when you first come in, we have this little bar area. I've got some water, fruits, coffee, a little closet space here on the left. This is the regular room with a king-size bed here at the St. Regis, which is a pretty higher end Marriott property. This hotel was completed in 2021, so it's pretty new. I've been trying to build status with Marriott Bonvoy, but check out this view. The entire hotel is from floor 58 to 78. My room here on floor 68. Amazing view of the ocean. Sometimes in the morning, when it's really foggy out, I open the drapes and I couldn't see anything. At night, you can see the lights. So the view from every floor of this hotel is utterly amazing. I think this is the tallest building in the entire... Actually, no, it's the tallest one in Qingdao, China. It's a pretty awesome room. And then check out the bathroom here. Got separate toilet and shower. That's like a heated towel rack thing. Check out the bathtub here. Open up this drape here for another nice view. So like this whole room, because it is currently winter, not tourist season, was the equivalent of about 180 US dollars per night, which if you go to any major hotel or any major city, right? New York, Chicago, 180 bucks is not gonna, I mean, a nice 5-star hotel like this is probably like a $400 or $500 minimum a night. Compared to local currency, right? It'd be like 1,200 bucks a night. But because of US currency, right? This was a really great way to relax for a couple days. Using the gym downstairs. Oh, the gym is utterly amazing. I definitely got my fair use out of that. With that, we're gonna go ahead and check out. We're back in America. So we flew from China to London, spent the night over in London, and then back to Chicago. Last night I was here in my empty townhouse, which has been sold. So one final night here, already moved out. All of my stuff is pretty much gone. I had the place repainted. It sold very quickly. And yeah, I already moved everything else. So it's an empty house. There's my suitcase. Lived out of a suitcase for one final night. I was here for almost 4 years, three point something years. On to the next step. Empty house. This is where I lived. All right, so we are back in Michigan. I've moved out here. The house back over in Illinois outside of Chicago is being sold. Well, it's closing soon, almost sold. I have moved back to Michigan. So what exactly is going on? As I said, at the end of last year, I decided to resign from my full-time job. I left my job, so technically I guess I am now unemployed Eddie, soon to be self-employed. Why exactly did I decide to make this big change? Well, absolutely loved my previous job, the company, HP Tuners, the people I worked with, the other directors, the owners, all of it. It was such a cool opportunity and experience, but a lot of factors started to come up. One of the big ones was I was starting to get really burnt out. A lot of burnout because I was doing so much. It's kind of like burning the candle at both ends. That's something my boss Andrew liked to always say. He was worried like, Eddie, you're burning the candle at both ends. Because I wanted to do everything. The full-time job was always the priority. Managing the team, going through all the different projects, a lot of travel. And then whenever I had any spare time or energy, evenings, weekends, it was doing YouTube stuff. So a lot of hours worked, but more so just the amount of energy and effort that went into doing everything was starting to catch up with me a bit. Starting to lose out on maybe social life and some other things. I realized I actually wasn't that happy necessarily. This is getting a little more personal, but I had all the cars, got to travel, could do all the cool stuff, but like I was like, you know what? Something seems to be missing. And honestly, yeah, I realized I had 3 rear-wheel drive awesome sports cars, the R8, the Shelby, and the Z06, and I didn't even have time to drive the cars. The Shelby got driven 500 miles in a whole year. The R8 came out occasionally, and the Z06, I just didn't feel like I was giving the cars justice. And I realized, what's the point of working so much and having all these cars if you never get to actually enjoy them? And yeah, so after a lot of deliberation, the other big thing was I've always wanted to give this a full-time shot, right? Going into YouTube, fully committing to it. It's always been like a hobby side business that's grown into something that's really, really awesome. And I was like, I wonder what I could do if I just fully focused on it and took that risk. It is definitely a risk, a big risk. For the sake of transparent, I mean, yeah, I do want to be very transparent. Said goodbye to a very solid, stable job, good salary, compensation, a lot of great benefits, and decided to set out on my own. So it's a huge change in my financial situation. That was made possible because I sold 2 of the cars. The R8 and the Shelby were sold. I sold my house. So all of a sudden my monthly burden is much lower. I have a loan on the Z06. I was able to buy the A8 cash, so now my monthly expenditures are much lower, which in turn could allow me to take this risk and give it a shot, have a little bit of a cushion, savings and things like that. I did move back home with my parents for a bit. I already paid them rent, so I'm not living completely rent-free, but I paid them rent. Very fortunate to have a good relationship with my parents, hence being back in Michigan for a bit, to give this a shot. I want to see what I can do with it. I want to focus on the content, the strategy, be very deliberate with exactly how I'm posting the content. Honestly, for the past couple years, it's just been keep up and survive. I always had this goal of 1 to 2 videos per week. And it's not that they weren't good quality, I wasn't proud of them, but it was just kind of a post it, get the video done, post it, find the next one to do it. Now I want to focus fully on it, develop the different themes and the types of content, improve quality, volume, short form content. Obviously you have all these new platforms. You got TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. How do I properly leverage that? Facebook video. Anyways, there's a lot to do. As you can tell, I'm excited for this new challenge, the new opportunity. It does come with some amount of anxiety. It is definitely a risk, but I want to try it. I want to see what I can do with it. We are back in Michigan now. I just had some meetings. I'm in Birmingham. I'm actually going to head over to Out of Office Garage. It's also finally starting to kind of warm up. So once I come back from California, hopefully the Z06 can come out. Out of Office Garage back here in Birmingham. This place is awesome. Let's check out the garage parking section of Out of Office Garage. There are some pretty awesome cars here. This whole space is awesome. Members can park their cars here. Got a Ford GT, GTR. The sheer variety is also ridiculous. A lot of Porsches, a lot of Porsche GT cars, but there, 612 Spaghetti, F8. This Blackwing is absolutely gorgeous. This spec, pretty sure this is paint, matte paint with the bronze wheels. That is awesome. I want a Cadillac Blackwing, CT5V Blackwing, manual supercharged V8. Got ourselves an F12 here. And then there's a AMG GT race car back there. I think maybe GT4. And we got GT3s, more and more. Random American truck. The Porsches. That GT4RS, I reviewed that one. That Syed's Mexico Blue 4RS, that's an awesome car. 812 GTS, 992 GT3 RS in matte black with the red wheels. I think that was a 488 up there. The gigantic truck, okay. There's some inventory stuff here too. There's Syed on the phone being busy as usual. GT2 RS, E46, more Porsches. Lincoln Town Cars, I believe these are going on Bring a Trailer soon. Again, the sheer random variety. Where in the world do you see a Continental GT and then a Lincoln Town Car above it? There's John's S65 AMG Coupes. We did a review on that one. This is also going for sale soon. I think it's gonna be on Bring a Trailer. But this car's got an exhaust on it now. It's going up for sale because apparently he needs more seats and more doors. And then what else? Got the Sprinter vans there. There's detail area. So I'll be joining here as a member and hanging out at Out of Office Garage, probably coming here to film videos. So now that I am unemployed / self-employed, I have peak flexibility. That's another one of the big perks, right? You get the risk trade-off, but then you have the flexibility. I can go where I want, do what I want, when I want, where I want. You're in charge of yourself. So that's both exciting and also a little bit nerve-wracking at times. I've got to finish up a couple videos that I have filmed from end of last year, and then we're starting clean from this year. Building it all out. You'll see some new content, new cars. I'm actually about to head to the Chicago Auto Show tomorrow morning. So I'll be doing the Chicago Auto Show Media Days and then flying straight from there to Los Angeles. I'll be spending the rest of the month out in LA. So we got a bunch of cars lined up to film there, a couple Maseratis. I haven't spent time with an MC20 yet, so I'm excited to try out the MC20 Cielo, the convertible, and plenty more. And then hopefully when I come back, it is nice and warm and the Z06 can come out because I miss the Z06 so much. Quick update, couple days. It's filmed over many days, actually a couple weeks actually, because I was in China, what was that, a week ago I think? Anyways, Out of Office Garage. I'll be hanging out here more, back in Michigan. So if you're in Michigan, say hi, catching up with friends and so forth. So with that, we are going to be off to Chicago tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update video. More to come. Thanks for watching.